We have breaking news tonight in Philadelphia. 2-year-old boy Jeremiah Rowland was found wandering in Love Park alone with no shoes and no coat on one of the coldest fall nights. The officer who found him contacted the City Department of Human Services, who then took him to Philadelphia's Children's Hospital and placed him in foster care. We later found out that his parents, Michael Rowland and Angelique Rowland, had been sleeping in a cardboard box along with Jeremiah's 4-year-old sister, Malaysia. She too was taken into foster care later that night. Stay tuned with us at 11 for an exclusive set of interviews in the southern Philadelphia region to follow this story and others in the city. Philly News Direct, I'm Tessa Haugen.
Philadelphia is the most violent of the 10 largest cities in America. Compared to a New York City resident, a Philadelphian is almost 4 times likely to be murdered. This year alone, the city has almost 700 shootings, with 200 of them being fatal. Shootings aren't the only violent crimes people have to worry about, but the constant fear that your home will be broken into because of the desperation of the city. The deep rate of poverty is 12.9%. Many struggle to pay for food, clothing, and rent. In this project, we examine the city's struggles with poverty. We'll talk to those suffering through this poverty, those trying to address this problem, and any possible solutions we have to this problem. With a population of over 40,000 residents, an average income of $36,139, a poverty rate of 36.4%, an unemployment rate of 16.6%, and a rate of only 7.2% college graduates, what does this mean for the economy of Philadelphia? And when can we expect to see any positive changes, or will we continue to see this downward spiral? Mayor Michael Nutter has the story.
Hello, City of Philadelphia. This is Mayor Nutter, and I'm here to address a conflict that we need to take care of accordingly and as quickly as possible. I'm absolutely concerned about the people in this city, with such strong connection between poverty and crime. These issues are really taking their toll on the people here, and we need to address them immediately. Since August 2014, the number of fatal shootings has increased drastically. We're all trying to work together to find out why this is happening. The governor has cut more than $1 billion from the state's K-12 budget this year, and there are really no signs of improvement thus far. Without money coming in from the state, Philadelphia schools could be broke as early as mid-October next year. This will impact all 203,000 children who are being educated currently in public schools, as well as the staff that are losing their jobs. Unfortunately, it is more than just the budget and the money. It's about disinvestment in our schools. We need to invest in our schools in order to invest in our children here. 28.5% of students drop out of high school. We only have 40.9% high school graduation rate. The underfunding has made it extremely difficult to create the right academic environment for our children. Right now in Pennsylvania, high poverty school districts spend 33% less per student than those in group with least poverty. These kids are dropping out of school and settling with the idea that they will never do anything with their education, and that is turning into more crime. We need to find a way to reduce the amount of crime that is occurring in order to keep children in school and increase their education.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions?
No.
So what exactly is it like living in poverty? We met up with this young man, Connor Johnston, to find out. Connor, how did all this happen? You had a home growing up, you had a lot of friends, you had a job, you were 1 year away from graduating high school. You were on the right path.
Well, all my friends started getting into fighting, and I kind of just followed them, went around with them, because that's where I thought all the money was. And one night I got in trouble, and I actually got sent to jail for 8 years. And after that, my life kind of just fell apart, and I just gave up.
Obviously, poverty lowers the quality of life for everyone and tarnishes your city's reputation as a vibrant, thriving place to live, work, and play. Do you think you can turn your life around now?
At this point, I don't even think so. No one's going to hire me. No one trusts me. I got a record. I've been in jail for 8 years, like I said. And just look around this place, it's a dump.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. What kinds of solutions and strategies do you think would encourage you?
Honestly, if businesses were just more willing to hire people like me, just less skilled, just, less skilled workers, we deserve a shot as well, because if not, we're just going to be doing what I'm doing, just walking around. Like I said, my little brother's in school. I don't think I mentioned that, but I think community college should do a better job with helping, people in my situation get an education.
You seem like an intelligent person. Let me ask you a question. What do you think poverty does to small businesses around here?
I think it ruins them. There's not much. People don't want to bring a business to a place with all this poverty going around, and I think it just scares them away.
So you think poverty keeps us in a recessionary gap that won't get fixed until we can find some sort of economic growth?
I'd say so, yeah. I'd agree.
What kind of economic growth are we talking about? How about Philabundance Community Kitchen, or PCK? Founded in 2000, PCK is a 14-week culinary program to get adults to learn the importance of providing for themselves. The program is free and it feeds 72,000 people per week. It includes 500 hours of hands-on instruction. Graduates of this program receive job placement assistance, where 73% of graduates remain employed. In the service industry, 76% obtain permanent housing and 67% obtain bank accounts. Teaching people to change is a fundamental approach in order to change the mindset in a city where 1 in 4 residents live in poverty. Philabundance is about teaching an ex-offender that he cannot return to a life of crime and expect to succeed. It also convinces substance abusers that drugs and alcohol will not fix their problems. It is about reteaching those who seek to change in a different way. Shante Graham is the person behind these lessons, as a man in poverty himself does not want to end up like the rest. He watched his friends go in and out of prison and family members strung out on drugs. The city had every intention of making him just like the rest, but he fought back. Now, as a graduate of college with a master's degree in human services, shares his story and tries to inspire people who have the same fears he did. And it's
I'm
working.
here with undercover detective Ramsey from South Philadelphia. Give us a few of your words on the recent activity here.
As of lately, we've had a recent outbreak in gang activity here in South Philly. In this small area of dense poverty, we have the highest percentage of crime rates in the entire area. Parents are afraid to let their children out of the house, and they have every right to.
I know that about 40,000 inmates are released back into Philadelphia each year, and about 50,000 adults are living on probation or parole in the city. And the poverty rate among these individuals is undetermined, but I'm sure there's some research out there that shows a direct correlation between having a criminal record and living in poverty. And when all these people have all these criminal records, it creates barriers to being employed, to receiving benefit access. And just with all this stuff going on, it's hurting our community, and I don't know, something's got to be done.
President Obama announced in January Philadelphia as a priority zone for federal aid to fight poverty. The program is called Promise Zone, and it hosts clinics in many Philadelphia neighborhoods. The purpose of this program is to remove from the people's records any non-conviction data that may have been withholding them from getting employment, housing, or other opportunities. People with criminal records face an especially hard time finding work. Ban the Box is a fair criminal records screening standard ordinance that tries to ensure employers making hiring and other employment decisions based on relevant work qualifications without giving undue weight to a person's criminal record. Despite that effort, Philadelphia's residents with records still face discrimination while searching for employment.
City of Philadelphia. I am very dedicated towards helping residents of the Philadelphia area rise out of poverty. Although there is no single cause of poverty, effective solutions require extremely coordinated and strategic change. I launched the Office of Community Empowerment and Opportunity, otherwise known as CEO, and this program, called Shared Prosperity Philadelphia, is designed to get the public involved in layering strategies. We ultimately want to alleviate poverty's most immediate effects and provide pathways out of poverty. We will focus on 5 measurable strategies. Number 1, strengthen economic security and asset building. Number 2, focus job creation and workforce development efforts on adults with the greatest barriers to employment. Number 3, expand access to public benefits and essential services. Number 4, increase housing security and affordability. Number 5, ensure that children enter school prepared to learn and expand opportunities for year-round learning. It's going to be a long road, and I don't think it's going to be an easy one, but we're going to make it happen because I care about the people in this city. And with this plan, Philadelphia can draw upon a wealth of assets in our vibrant neighborhoods, nonprofit sector, business, philanthropic, and research communities. We can make a difference. So, City of Philadelphia, as you can see, this is a serious issue that we need to address immediately. The children are our future, which is why I believe we need to allocate more money into the education system. Unfortunately, if we do not, it can have lingering effects that affect the entire community in a negative way. I do believe that we can overcome this as a whole, but only if we come together as a whole. Thank you for your time, and God bless.
We will leave you with those uplifting words from Mr. Nutter tonight. Live from Philly News Direct, I'm Tessa Haugen. Good night.